We are live. What's up, everybody, man? Checking in. It's your boy, Aaron Duncan, here with the Dunk On Demand show, brought to you by Unnecessary Bluntness Sports Talk. The YouTube channel, we might not tell you what you want to hear, but we're definitely going to tell you what you need to hear. You know what we do. Every Wednesday, we do these live streams. We live. We live, baby. It's me. It's y'all. We talking to each other. We chopping it up. I'm giving you the headlines throughout the week. What's going on? I'm giving you the predictions for the games coming up for the NFL season this week. Talking about all the current events. We just hang it out, man. We're not going to be before you too long today. And you know how those Southern Baptist preachers like to say, I'm not going to be before you long today. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot on my mind this week. It's been a crazy week. It's week 5 of the NFL season, and things just feel so weird. The season feels like it's teetering. Where's the season gonna go from here? Things are kind of fluid. I mean, the NFL has kind of got through the season the first 3 weeks, 2 weeks scot free, but stuff is kind of teetering. What is the fate of the rest of the season? We're gonna talk about that. Of course, we had Bill O'Brien getting fired this week by the Houston Texans. We're going to talk about that. The MVP race after 4 weeks, after the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? They like to divide the NFL season up into quarters. The first 4 games, the first quarter of the season is in the books. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about the MVP race and how tight could it actually be? What are some of the implications? Who's the front runners? Who's on the back end? Who is a dark horse? You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about that. Of course, I got the predictions. So we got a jam-packed show, man. I got a lot on my mind. Got my boy Nick High checking in, talking about Dan Quinn need to be fired next. Listen, I think a lot of people are surprised that Bill O'Brien was the first coach to get fired. There's some other coaches that are on the hot seat that we're going to talk about that probably should have got the axe before him. But you guys know, like I said, I'm Aaron Duncan here with the Dunk On Demand show. I start up every show by saying, what up, dude? You know what I'm saying? Got to check in, throw it up. But there's more important matters to start off with at hand. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into it, man. This COVID-19 situation, it's scary hours. And not just scary of living in fear and dominating my life and living in fear, quote unquote. But just the fate of the NFL season is what's scary hours. You know what I'm saying? So it's there's a lot that seems to be at stake within the next week or so. Things could really go it could go one way or the other, but it's looking like it's leaning towards going one way. But before I get into those details, make sure you guys hit the like button. Give the video a thumbs up, man. It really helps get the message out for the video. So once everybody else, some other people get notifications, they can come hang out with us as we chop it up about this week. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all checking in early who's already checked in. But this COVID situation, listen, man, it's scary. It's scary hours just because we knew it was coming, but it's still one of those things that you know is coming, but you still may not be ready for it when it happens. So, like I said, the NFL got pretty much scot-free for the first 2 to 3 weeks, which is a miracle in itself. Let's be clear. We're not in a bubble. I'm not saying we. It's not playing in a bubble. This is not the NHL, the NBA. We talked about this last week. This is not that type of situation. It's too many moving parts. You got 53 guys on the team. You got the coaching staff. You got medical staff. You got personnel. You got backups, practice squad, guys like that for 32 teams. I don't know the math on that. I don't feel like doing math. I'm not in school anymore. But that's a lot of people compared to the NBA that has a lot shorter rosters, a lot less staff required, and a lot less moving parts. So it's a lot easier to police that type of situation, similar to the NHL. The bubble worked out perfectly. You know what I'm saying? The NBA Finals are going to be over within a night or two. They've had, besides Lou Williams going out to Magic City and a couple people having to be quarantined when they first come back to the bubble, I think they pretty much had, 0 cases probably, I'm sure. NHL, 0 cases. But the NFL doesn't have that luxury. It's too many people, man. It's too many people in the thing. So let me get in these comments right quick, man. People checking in. Jay Hush checking in, talking about the Panthers will help Dan Quinn get on his next job. Andy Clark, I ain't seen Andy Clark in a while, man. The Saints, we're going to talk about y'all, too, because this hurricane threatening y'all area. Andy Clark saying, what up, though? Checking in, you know what I'm saying? So that's crazy. But, yeah, Nick said even the MLB got a bubble now. And once you get to the playoffs, it's easier to do that. But it's just so many more moving parts with the NFL, and they have so many stuff that they want to have done or need to have done or whatever that they're not going to budge on that stuff. So we've heard about the Titans, but we talked about the Titans last week. And the crazy part about talking about the Titans last week, it's gotten worse. Like literally over the past, 9 days probably, they've had 10 positive cases. They still have positive cases. Even though they switched their bye week to last week for the game when they're supposed to play the Steelers, they're still having positive cases. And come to find out, the news broke today that the reason why they're still having cases is because during their bye week when they're supposed to be quarantined and apart from each other, the Titans were practicing at a local high school. I guess Ryan Tannehill was the spearheaded guy over that. But, like, come on. How hard-headed can you be? Yes, I know the circumstances are less than ideal. You want to get together and have team practices and do this and that. But, like, how hard-headed can you be to – first of all, you have multiple players on your team that tested positive. You don't know who's been in contact with who. You don't know how often they were in contact with the person that might have got infected. You don't know if they just didn't test positive because they haven't had any symptoms yet. You don't know. Like I said, people are testing positive. The first Titan case was what? The 20-something was last month. The first case for the Titans was last month. But they still have guys testing positive. You just never know when your results are going to be positive. So why would you not be smart and keep yourself away from the other guys? You can run routes. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you got a jug machine at the house. You can lift weights at the house, run some sprints at the crib. Y'all are millionaires. You got the crib. You got the space. The opportunity is there. Like, why not just stay away from each other? I get it. You want to still, like, y'all haven't been able to practice in 2 weeks. Y'all haven't been in a facility in 2 weeks. You can't put a game plan together over Zoom. I get it. I talked about this last week. I get it. I'm not that productive at work either when I had to work at home. I get it. But you're going to sacrifice the whole season over y'all trying to be hard-headed and stay competitive. Listen, I know y'all are different. The Titans, y'all are not. Tom Brady and them, they got together during the offseason. No punishment happened. I think the circumstances are different because back then, it was kind of the honor system with you and your boys that you know that you're going to hope that they don't have COVID or haven't been exposed to anybody or they've actually been quarantining like they're supposed to. Now, it's too many moving parts. You already clearly knew that somebody on the team, multiple people on the team, had the virus. That means multiple people on the team had been exposed to the virus. But y'all still chose to get together. Everybody can't do what Tom Brady does. Ryan Tannehill, I'm talking to you. Everybody can't do what Tom Brady does. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady organized the offseason workout with the team. Everybody can't do what Tom Brady does. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tom Brady has made a lot of money. He's won a lot of championship rings. He has a supermodel wife. He has a sponsorship by Uggs. He has the TB12 method. He's the greatest quarterback of all time. Everybody can't do what Tom Brady does to Ryan Tannehill. You try to be a leader. I get it. Try to organize. No, but it wasn't smart. And you're jeopardizing your season. You're jeopardizing the whole NFL season as in total. And it just wasn't smart to me. I get it that y'all been off that long, but it wasn't smart because think about it. You guys, they're threatening you guys with, they sent investigators. NFL sent investigators down to Nashville, Tennessee. You know, Nashville, Tennessee, the bachelorette party capital of the world. I'm sure y'all were down there probably having fun, tricking off a little bit too down there with some of these bachelorettes. There's a lot of females that come in and out of Nashville. Listen, I went down to Nashville last year for the NFL draft. It is the bachelorette party capital of the USA. It's a lot of moving parts that come in and out of Nashville. It's a nice city. I don't like country music, so I wouldn't go there unless there's some kind of big event going on there. But it's the bachelorette capital. I get it. There's a lot of good attractions for a single man down there. I get it. But listen, man, you guys are jeopardizing everything for everybody. You know, they sent investigators down there and they're trying to punish you guys. Like, they're really like, we can't, I told y'all last week, they can't accommodate 2 games. Everybody only gets 1 bye week. They can't accommodate moving around multiple games. It really starts to get messy then. And when you start moving around those games, you're talking about messing with TV money, which is the biggest money maker. They've already sacrificed ticket money. And they're just now starting to let fans back into the stands at low capacity. And y'all really jeopardizing that. You know the NFL is about nothing but their money. If you start costing them that bag, they coming after y'all. They're talking about making the Titans forfeit games. They're talking about taking away draft picks. They're talking about finding the franchise. And I have no problem with any of those scenarios. Because at this point, they deserve to forfeit. You know, and they could be a playoff contender. They're what, 3-0? They deserve to forfeit games if they're going to be this ridiculous and this ignorant. I mean, sorry for the Steelers that they didn't get to suffer one of them forfeits because the Steelers were 3-0. Too bad they didn't get the benefit for one of the forfeits. But at the same time, we're not going to keep accommodating y'all if y'all going to keep doing stupid stuff. Like, you can't have sympathy for people that aren't going to take the proper precautions. And if the boot fits where? You know who I'm talking to. You know what I'm talking about. It applies all across the board. If you're not going to take the proper precautions and be smart, people are not going to keep accommodating you. You deserve to be punished. So I have no problem with the Titans forfeiting games. Like I said, I just feel bad for the Steelers that they're not going to be able to benefit off of forfeiting any of those games and stuff like that. Take some draft picks. Find a franchise. You know what I'm saying? I know the NFL may not be genuine. It's about optics, but at the same time, we know that they're not. I mean, they may not be worried about player health. They say they are, but at the same time, we know they're about that bag. If you start messing with the NFL's bag, they're gonna come after you. Period. Nick said, I don't think they're gonna be able to. Nick said, I don't think they're gonna be able to finish the season. To be honest, I didn't think so either. I thought the season was going to be canceled. I made a video, probably my first video when I returned. I said that it was probably going to be canceled, and I just didn't see it happen. I just didn't see logistically possible to be able to keep all those moving parts away from being exposed and not having a huge outbreak. It's already been happening. You're standing in a huddle with guys. You're meeting with guys every day. You're talking to these guys. Guys may do what they're supposed to do when they're at the facility. Wear the mask, wash their hands, don't touch your face, 6 feet apart, all the above. But at the same time, these dudes still got to go home. Some of these dudes have families and they just chill. But a lot of these guys be out and about, chilling, partying, hanging with females and randoms. They have their entourage. They got their mama. They got their cousin Junebug that live with them. It's a bunch of moving parts that goes along with some of these people. And you're talking about on a 53-man scale times, 32 teams? I'll be generous. Let's assume there's 53 men on the roster plus, let's say there's 15 on the coaching staff and 10 on the medical staff. That's 78 players per team. That's not including all the other people that work in like the corporate office. Times 32, that's 2,496 people that you have to account for. Not to mention they may have families, wife, kids, you know what I'm saying, homeboys, house parties they may try to throw if they're being stupid, you know what I'm saying? So it's way too much responsibility that you can't really trust that many moving parts. So it's going to be difficult. Panther Leopold checking in. What up, though, bro? What's going on, man? I'm just talking about these Titans and the coronavirus, and they got me pissed off right now. I'm sweating in this thing. John Kidco Barrera said, what up? Let's get this W. It's what up, doe. That's how we do. What up, doe? Well, yeah, let's get this W this week, man. Beat the Falcons. You know what I'm saying? Pat the Lieber said he don't have a problem with Pat Mahomes giving that hug at the end of the game, but apparently everyone in the NFL does. Listen, I'm not gonna. It's done. Like, it's done now, so I can't be mad at him. I'm not gonna, like, you know what I'm saying? I can't be mad at him, but at the same time, you got to be smarter than that. This is the NFL MVP. This is a Super Bowl champion. This is a $500 million quarterback. This is the most exciting player in the NFL. Madden cover athlete. Partial owner of the Kansas City Royals, Patrick Mahomes. You got to be smarter than that. Because if you're not playing, Cam Newton, him not playing in that game against Kansas City, it really probably, I'm sure it didn't hurt the ratings per se, but it played a factor. It took away a lot of the excitement. I watched the game, obviously, because it was a football game on Monday. But it took away a lot of the excitement. You take Patrick Mahomes off of the Chiefs because of him being stupid of dapping somebody up and possibly being exposed to Stephon Gilmore, because Stephon Gilmore tested positive. And now you face-to-face chatting it up with a guy that tested positive on Tuesday. Wouldn't CDC guidelines say that he needs to quarantine for what? 10 days, 14 days, something like that until he gets some whatever, because we know the incubation period is not going to be right away. He wasn't going to test positive the next day. Y'all found out that Stephon Gilmore tested positive on Tuesday. Y'all probably tested Mahomes on Tuesday to be like, oh, crap. Is he positive? He probably didn't test positive then. We never know. Like, we don't know if he's exposed or not. It's too many unknown factors when it comes to this virus that people got to be smart, man. Like, taking any extra precaution. Nobody's going to fault you for taking any extra precaution. For being reckless, doing stupid stuff that we know that can put you in danger of getting infected. Then we're going to come at you for that. Nobody's going to laugh at you for being extra precautious. I've seen people wearing 2 masks. I went to the dentist a couple weeks ago. They check your temperature. They don't let you out the car. They make you stick your forehead up to a crack in the window. They take your temperature. It's somebody out there with a bubble suit on that comes out there. They open the door for you. They don't let you touch the door. You sanitize before you go into the door. Then they open the door, make you wash your hands before that. The dentist, she had on a full cover suit, 2 masks, and a glass shield. These are extra precautions. It looked funny. Yeah. It looked like she was walking on the moon. But at the same time, nobody's going to fault you for taking those extra precautions when the work that you do is in a high risk factor. You know what I'm saying? She's a dentist. She's going to be working with people's mouths on a day-to-day basis, multiple people's mouths on a day-to-day basis. Nobody's going to fault you for taking those type of precautions. Patrick Mahomes, nobody's going to call you a bad sport if you don't dap people up or do this, that, and the third, or give props to the other team. Nobody's going to fault you for that. It's just about being smart and being responsible, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Trill One, what up, though, man? What's going on with you? Nick said, don't beat the Falcons first W, please. Listen, the Panthers have not beat the Falcons in a while. It's been. I know we beat them. What was that, 2018 at home? But I've been going to every Falcons Panthers game since 2014 when we beat them week 17 and won a division. We have not won a game in Atlanta since. We haven't won a game in Atlanta since then. That's over 6 years. And I think it's been like, what? Probably 10 of the last 12 Atlanta has won over Carolina. It's really a really lopsided ratio. And the Rooster got to cock-a-doodle-doo sometime. You know what I'm saying? The cows got to come home. Whatever you're going to say. The broke clock is right. Something got to give. Something has to give. And it's time for the Panthers, man, to get their just due. It's time. Julio Jones is hurt. May not play. Calvin Ridley came up on the injury report. The Falcons have so many injuries at safety. Dan Quinn just called me. I had to tell him no. I'm not playing safety for y'all. It's a curse. It's bad luck. They need help at safety. They got a cornerback that was exposed to COVID-19. They have a lot of people beat up on the team, but I'm not feeling sorry for these dudes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not feeling sorry for them, bro. They got to get this work. And I hope we win, because if we lose, Atlanta Falcons fans that I know not going to have no mercy on me. They going to come at me. So I'm not having no mercy on them. Like I said last week, our job, I said 2 weeks ago, sorry, our job is to get Dan Quinn fired by Monday. We're going to do the whole fan base of the Atlanta Falcons a favor and get this dude Dan Quinn fired by Monday. We want the pink slip. That's what the theme of this game is going to be, pink slip. We want that man to turn in, to clean out his desk, clean out his office, and get to stepping. Let me catch up on these comments. President, I took my wife to the hospital today for a checkup for the pregnancy, and we had to wear masks, and they check our temps before we went inside. Well, first of all, congratulations, you know what I'm saying, on fatherhood. Congratulations, you know what I'm saying. I'm a little bit down the road from that, but I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. Second, a lot of people, man, they've only let 1 or 2 people into the, because my sister, she's a midwife. They're only letting 1 or 2 people at the most into the delivery room. So you either got to choose between the future grandmother or the future baby daddy. That's a tough choice. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to, I would never want to fight my mother-in-law or the grandmother of my child. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you the pappy. So you want to be in that thing. So congratulations on that. But yeah, man, these hospitals they're not playing around, dude. Like these people that are in the line of duty, They're not playing around. That's why they're so pissed off about people being reckless and getting these COVID cases. Because people keep coming to these hospitals and they slaving. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's tough. But yeah, man, we're cranking up, man. We're keeping this thing rolling, man. I see some people tuning in. Make sure y'all guys give the video a thumbs up. And make sure y'all give me a what up, though, when y'all checking in so I know that you're here. You know what I'm saying? I shout you out. Trill One said after this weekend, Matt Rule will be known as the coach that gets coaches fired. Listen, he got Cliff Kingsbury fired in college, and we just beat him again last week. That was college on college coach. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I don't like Matt Rule. I don't like Matt Rule. It's been the way the offseason has gone. I haven't liked it, but I will say he is coming around. He's coming around on me, man. This player development, I can't look. I used to hate the Patriots too, but I'm not a person that, like, I know this day and age that with all this stuff with the politics and the country being divided, people are scared to admit that they're wrong and scared to sway their opinion based off new information. No. I'm not a person that can't be swayed off of my opinion. If you prove me wrong, most of the cases when it comes to the Panthers, I love to be wrong. I thought our defense was going to be garbage. Our defense has been balling the past 2 weeks. I'm glad to be wrong. I thought we were only going to win 2 to 4 games. We've won 2 games already. Looks like we're probably going to win some more. I'm glad to be wrong because it makes my Sundays a lot more interesting. I'm not a person that's scared to come off, that's, like I said, to back off how he felt. And Matt Rule, I wasn't a fan. I don't like hiring college coaches. Granted, I'm not going to crown him after only 4 games, but for what I've seen as far as progress, players' development and stuff like that, this is what I love to see. You know what I'm saying? We got young guns on defense that's balling, that's making steps, making plays. We've been in every game. I didn't care if we won or lost. I just wanted us to be in every game and compete every game. But if we mess around and be only 1 possession away from winning or winning games, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do want Trevor Lawrence or Justin Fields, but at the same time, winning feels good. And I love to be able to talk trash to a Falcon fan or a Saint fan. So if we're going to beat them on the way, I'll take it. B Diva in this thing, though. What up, though? That's 3. You done made 3 live streams in a row, B Diva. What's going on with you? Y'all laughing at me talking about Dan Quinn calling me? Yeah. Panthers Beast said Matt Rule is working wonders. Listen, it's early. I'm not going to crown him. It's early. But there is a lot of promise being shown by him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he looked a little stressed out earlier in training camp. He looked sleepy all the time. Eyes are red. He was rubbing his eyes in press conferences and stuff. But winning cures everything. You win 2 games in a row, you start feeling pretty good about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Winning cures everything. You know what I'm saying? So, Panther Leopold said, going back into work now. Stay safe. I'll get with you later. All right, bro. Take it easy. Like I said, keep your head up, bro. I know the pregnancy process is probably stressing you out a little bit, man. But stay safe. Y'all stay safe. Healthy baby, healthy birth. Prayers up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta catch up on these comments. I'm behind. Super Trey said, yeah, 2014 December was the last time we beat ATL and ATL. I remember Trey Boston returning that pick 6 for a touchdown. Panthers won 34-3 and won Division 7-8-1. Yep, that was my first ever NFL game. My sister gave me tickets for Christmas. I went with one of my best friends down to that game. It was nosebleeds. I remember who else? I think we still had Greg Hardy then. Melvin White had an interception, I think, returned for a touchdown also. If I'm not mistaken, number 23. It was like backed up on the 1-yard line. He caught it and like crawled in for an interception return for a touchdown. It was a great game, man. Haven't seen them win in person since. Actually, except Houston. I went to the Houston game last year. But most of the time, I just go to the Falcons games because they're local. But I traveled to the Houston game. We won that. So I'm 2-4 as a fan going to games. So I want us to beat Atlanta for sure. For sure. And Clark agrees with me. Said they're not taking it serious enough. And they tripping, man. Like, they fumbling the bag. They don't realize that they're going to get a game check based on them playing. If you don't play, you're not going to get these game checks, these performance bonuses. Meanwhile, all these people that opted out just sitting back at home like, told you. I told you. I tried to told you. I tried to, you know what I'm saying? So you really can't really fault the guys that opted out because you see what type of a mess this is. And I don't want to put all the blame on Tennessee because think about it. The NFL is not blameless. Let's be for real. You have a guy test positive, what, Wednesday? Cam Newton tested positive Wednesday. You send everybody home, negative test, negative test, negative test. Oh, you think you in the clear? Nah, dude. You know what the CDC says. People can't be contagious up to 3 days before they start showing symptoms. There is still a chance that people can still test positive later on down the line. But you still went ahead with the game. You traveled 30 guys on a separate plane. The Patriots, they traveled separate guys, 30 guys that had been exposed to Cam, separate on the plane. Tested them. Oh, everybody's negative? Play ball. What happened on Tuesday? Oh, Stephon Gilmore test positive. Oh, we just found out Stephon Gilmore was out there giving a homeboy dap to Patrick Mahomes after the game. Oh, so what did Patrick Mahomes get it? One of the best players in the NFL. Let's say nobody else from their team gets infected and end up playing Sunday without him. They probably gonna take an L. I don't care how many weapons they got. They're probably gonna take an L. And how long is he gonna be out? 10 days, 14 days. Oh no, just long enough to get 2 negative tests. You have the CDC's guidelines and the NFL has their own guidelines that they're still not like, and there's a disconnect in between those two. So the NFL is not blameless in this thing either, man. Like, so come on, let's be for real. Panthers B said, let's get DQ gone. I'm with it. And I think all the Falcons fans with it too. Nick said he need the score to be 28-0 or something in the Panthers' favor because he want Dan Quinn gone. Panthers B said, what is the worst and best record you see the Panthers going this year? Worst record is probably 6-10. Best, I'll give them 9-7. I mean, I that's just me thinking in my head. If I want me to go down the schedule, I can maybe at a later date. But maybe I'll do a video. I'll say what's the best case scenario and worst case scenario for the Panthers. You know what I'm saying, for this season. I'll drop a video on that sometime. Jay Hud said, Matt Rule's all right with me. Hopefully he keeps it going. Exactly. It's early. But think about it. We didn't have a preseason. These guys, even our coaches are inexperienced. Phil Snow, Matt Rule, Joe Brady, they're inexperienced. It was going to take some growing pains for them too. Joe Brady's play calling was great this past game. Not so much against the Chargers and some of these other games that you run the ball to a fullback on 4th down. On the game on the line, we had the best running back in the league in Christian McCaffrey. That don't make sense to me. You go 1 for 6 in the red zone against the Chargers. You barely squeak out a win, but you go 1 for 6 in the red zone. If you weren't playing a rookie quarterback, you may lose that game. You still had a chance to almost lose that game. But this past week was pretty good by Joe Brady. Guys are getting better with scenario football. Matt Rule tried to do a fake punt from the 35 on 4th down. Nope, you're not fooling anybody. But you learn. You go forward on 4th down running regular plays. You have pretty good success on 4th down. You start learning. So there's going to be some growing pains. But I didn't expect us to progress this fast and be as good as we are this fast. I didn't expect us to be 2-2. Don't let anybody in this fan base shame you for thinking we were tanking or we were going for whatever. Because clearly the moves that the Panthers made in the offseason showed that they weren't trying to win games like that. I think they're surprised too. They put a bunch of rookies on defense and some scrubs. Tahir Whitehead's a scrub in my opinion. KK Short, he's not a scrub, but he's kind of washed up right now, bro. I hate to say it, but then you start 3 rookies. Not to mention Dante Jackson is your best corner when he struggled last year. Yes, he's playing better now, but he struggled last year. Everything on paper showed that our defense is going to be garbage. Offense could be, and depending on if we came and went with Christian McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey goes down, we end up winning 2 games without him. I mean, nobody could have saw this coming. If I had told you that by week 4, Christian McCaffrey is going to be on injured reserve with a hurt ankle and we're going to be starting 3 rookies, you probably would tell me we'd be 0-4. But we're 2-2 and here we are. Nobody saw this coming. So don't let anybody shame you for wanting to tank early in the season if your mind has changed. Because I was there. Y'all talked me into wanting to tank. I don't like tanking like that. But clearly, that's what they showed me what they were trying to do. But now we made a lot more progress and we're playing pretty solid right now. 2 wins in a row. My mind has changed. I can change my mind. With new information, I can change my mind. John Kidco, I got to catch up on the comments. He said, what up, though? My bad earlier. You good, man? What up? He said, we need to see how we finish the season before we give Matt Gruller grade. I agree. Like I said, it's early. I'm not going to crown this man early. You know what Dennis Green said. If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. But we let them off the hook. Nah. Listen, Matt Rule is still only 4 games in as a coach. I think people in the fan base that didn't have their doubts and they were mad at other people for having doubts about Matt Rule feel vindicated because we're 2-2. But our fan base is kind of in a divide right now. There's some people that are for, like they some people wanted to tank. Some people are like, we need to keep doing whatever. Some people are mad that Cam is gone still. Some people are like, we need to move on anyway. There's 2 different sides to this fan base, and it's going to be going back and forth all year, man. So we'll see. True once said I thought the defense would be garbage for the first 4 to 6 weeks, but they're really coming along quicker than I expected. Yeah, the defense is coming along quicker than we expected. B Davis said, I got to support, keep pounding. You already know, man. Keep pounding. A lot of these opt-out guys are coming back to a job that's gone. Hey, listen, that's a good point. You know what I'm saying? But the Patriots, they had guys that, like Hightower, Dante Hightower is not losing his spot to anybody. Dante Hightower will be able to step into his start spot. Now, the Panthers with Christian Miller, he's young, so he may have a spot. But at the same time, Brian Burns and Ito Gross-Matos is stepping up. Brian Burns is balling. Brian Burns has probably been the best defensive player we've had thus far this year, somewhere between him and Jeremy Chin. So, yeah, you're right. Christian Miller may not have a spot on this roster coming up. Nick said we're going to get at least 2 wins from the Falcons. I'm not going to be convinced about the Falcons until we win. You know what I'm saying? Every year, even the year we were 15-1, I went to that game too. We caught that L. Everything on paper said we should have won. We blew them out at home 38-0, come back to lose to these guys. It's just something about the Falcons having our number. I'm just hoping it was a Ron Rivera thing with all these new play. We have a whole new team. We got new. The only constant is Christian McCaffrey. Of course, DJ Moore does his thing, and Dante Jackson, he be getting cooked up by Calvin Ridley. So I'm a little worried about that. But DJ Moore plays pretty good against the Falcons. Christian McCaffrey used to play pretty good, but he's not going to be there. So it's pretty much going to be a whole new ball game. So I'm hoping that since we have a pretty much clean slate and new squad in this thing, that the fate of the game will change. We need to beat these Falcons. That's all I know. You know what I'm saying? No. Super Trebo, what up, though, bro? I appreciate you coming through on this thing. I don't know if I've seen you on any of the live streams, man. I appreciate you sliding through. He got a question for you, boy, and it's a good one. Is it tough being a Panthers fan in the Atlanta area? I'm from North Carolina, but I now live in Augusta, and I feel like one of the only Panthers fans here, even though it's near the South Carolina. Hold on, I'm gonna keep going. Even though it's near the South Carolina border, I feel like I'm the only Panthers fan that can't imagine what it's like being in Atlanta, being a Panthers fan. Sure, a lot of Clemson fans here in Augusta, though. I'm surprised not a lot of Gamecock fans in Augusta. Sidebar. That's the one thing I'm surprised about. But is it difficult? Yes and no. So yes, because like you said, it's Atlanta. Like, you're living in the city of your division rival. Like, I have family, friends that are Falcons fans. A lot of the Falcons fans that I know, I'm the only Panthers fan they know. So I'm the first person they run to, and they know I go hard for the team too. So I'm the first person they run to when they want to talk trash to me. So I'm that guy. Anytime any issue comes up about the Panthers, they always want to know what I think. What am I going to do? They always cracking jokes. They always tagging me and stuff. I use do not disturb on days that if people try to talk to me during game day, I don't talk to them. But yes, it is hard being a fan of the Panthers down in Atlanta. However, not a shameless plug. I'm a member of the fan club, Roaring Riot. I don't know if you heard about it. The Roaring Riot, they have watch parties. I know it's a little bit different now because of COVID. I haven't been going there. I bought NFL Sunday ticket this year, but they used to have watch parties at certain bars. There's chapters in different cities. I don't know if there's one in Augusta. There is an Atlanta chapter that there's Panthers fans. And sometimes if you go on Facebook, you can find these little pockets of Panthers fans that it's a lot more fun to, like, I usually used to watch the game by myself because I don't like having that negative energy. If there's anybody else going for the opposing team or anybody else that's trying to watch anything else, I don't like watching the game around them. I don't need that around me. But when you're around other Panthers fans that are cheering for your team, you can slap hands when something happens. You do all the chants and stuff like they do at the watch parties. The watch parties are dope. You look up Roaring Riot on Facebook or Instagram or whatever social media you on. You can find a chapter near you. You can join it. I stumbled upon it. I traveled to LA maybe 2 or 3 years ago, and I forgot who we were playing, but it was close to New Year's. I went out to LA for New Year's, and I went to a Buffalo Wild Wings on a Sunday just to find somewhere to watch the game. And I had on my Panthers jersey, and somebody from the Roaring Riot just like, come on, man, we over here. He thought I was a member. I wasn't a member. He told me to come back there, watch the game with them. I found out, he was like, yeah, man, we got chapters all over the country. Found out there's an Atlanta chapter. I've been going there watching the games the past 2 or 3 years. I haven't been going this year, obviously, like I said, because of COVID. But it's just fun to have 10, 11, 12, 13, depending on how big the chapter is, obviously, that have a bunch of people that are going for your team that you can meet, network with, talk about the game with. You get sometimes they give us free shots at halftime when the game is going good or bad. You have different specials. You get discounts at the bar and stuff like that, and it's always fun. If I don't go to the game in person, I'm at that bar watching the game usually. But this year, like I said, it's different. So it is hard. And now one of the Chiefs quarterback tested positive. Which one? I didn't get a notification. Andy Clark, which Chiefs quarterback tested positive? Let me know if you know what Chiefs quarterback tested positive, because that's crazy. If it was Patrick Mahomes, that's crazy. If it wasn't Patrick Mahomes, that's even crazier. You know what I'm saying? But B. Diva said, go Gamecocks. You already know, man. Go Gamecocks. But we struggling right now. What we going to do about Muschamp? Muschamp might have to get up out of here. Everybody want to see him go. I like Muschamp a little bit, but I don't know. It's the SEC tough. True one said, I know Roaring Riot. They also have a YouTube channel. Yeah, they have like a blog. They have an email list. And Josh Klein, he's in charge of the media side, but Zach Luttrell, he's the side of the fan club side. So there's two different guys that kind of spearheaded Roaring Riot. They're pretty big. They're probably the biggest fan club. There's like maybe one or two Panthers fan clubs around. Roaring Riot is the biggest one, like period. They organize away trips. They put away ticket specials together. They have pregame tailgates where you can meet up with, pay like $50 and have all you can drink and all you can eat food. You know what I'm saying? I know last year for the Falcons game, we tailgated at Cam Newton's restaurant downtown, and that was dope. You know what I'm saying? We had brunch, mimosas, beer, all that stuff, and then we walked to the game together. We sit together in the stadium. It's dope. Like I said, that's the only reason I knew to travel to Houston. You travel to an away game, you have a bunch of friends automatically. One, there's a Houston chapter of the Roaring Riot out there that you can meet up with them. You already know. We had a tailgate in the practice bubble for the Houston Texans last year. That was good. But then at the same time, you have people that you travel with that you know from other chapters. They come from your chapter that travel. So it's pretty dope having that. And that's why I'm able to go to some of these away games, because they have payment plans on tickets. They organize everything as far as hotel, transportation to and from the game, tailgate, stuff like that. It's really dope. I'm really plugging. I need to holler at them and see if they'll sponsor your boy or put the live cat, hook me up with the media team, because I be plugging them a lot. I wear a lot of their gear on here, and I drop good content, so that help a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? Jay Hurd said I was Roaring Riot DC before moving to Charlotte. Yeah, North Carolina has 1,000,001 chapters for Roaring Riot. So if you can't find a chapter in North Carolina, you ain't looking, because there's a bunch of chapters there. If you want to find one, you can get involved there, man. It's always dope. B. Diva said everybody wants him fired, but defense is terrible. That is true. He's a defensive coach, and the defense bad. Like, it don't make sense. Like, you can't have your specialty side of the ball not being good. It sucks. You went to Kid Barrea said he went to London last year with the Riot. He said we were lit. You recommend joining? Yeah, it's dope, man. It's dope. It is really dope. All right, I'm caught up on the comments. Y'all got, if you hadn't hit the like button, hit the like button. Give the video a thumbs up. I got other topics I got to talk about. Y'all got me off track. I got to stay focused. Where am I at? Where am I at on my show notes? Where am I at on my show notes? Y'all got me off track. You know what I'm saying? I got to get the train back. The DF Express, Duncan Family Express. Let me get back on. Abdul in this thing. What up, though, bro? Checking in. What's going on with you? What up, though? All right, so let's talk about the Saints. Andy Clark was on here a second. Let's talk about the Saints in this hurricane. So if the COVID-19 cases hadn't been one big curveball in the scheduling of this year, now we have hurricane season. And of course it's 2020, so the only 2020 thing they could do would be for us to have so many tropical storms and hurricanes, they got to reset the alphabet and go with the Greek alphabet. Hurricane Delta. Hurricane Delta. And I'm not talking about a sorority. I'm talking about Hurricane Delta, the natural disaster that's coming for the Gulf. So the Saints, they're supposed to be playing the LA Chargers. But now we're hearing that they're probably going to have to move on because the storm is going to be hitting Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever time frame to the Gulf. They're talking about having to play in Indianapolis, in Lucas Oil Stadium. I know it's random, but the Colts are playing on the road. I don't know who the Colts are playing. I think the Colts may be playing the Browns or something. I'm not sure, but they're gonna have to move. Only in 2020 can stuff like this happen. Stuff just starts to snowball, dog. Like it's really ridiculous that all this stuff just like all the bad stuff. Like this is the fourth quarter of probably the worst year ever. Like this has been one of the all-time worst. And the NFL is probably just like, is it worth it at this point? We rescheduling everything. Logistics are just off. Hotels, you got to change hotels. Flights, you got to book flights because you go from playing a home game to playing in Indianapolis. Fortunately for them, the Saints, they get still playing the Dome. And fortunately, I don't think they were going to have fans anyway. I think that a lot of the fans were mad because their mayor wasn't allowing fans to be at the game, which is smart still in my opinion. So I don't blame them for having this contingency plan. I mean, but it's just one of the most 2020-ish things that could happen on top of COVID, having to reschedule these games, that you got to move a game there, you know what I'm saying? And I just don't understand why people, I mean, I get it. People just don't like to move like that, but like hurricane season, from a person that's outside looking in that hasn't really been in that area, it just seems like, because I have family in Houston. My sister, my middle sister, she lives in Houston. It just seems like the Gulf area is just devastated every year, multiple times a year. Like it's literally just a roll of the dice on who's going to get this year, who's going to be the one to get devastated. And it's just tough on that area every time. And like they just keep getting hit every, like, I know they're understanding the concept of hurricane, but at the same time, doesn't it seem like this stuff is getting worse? Like every time it seems like these hurricanes are getting worse. Hurricane Delta, they roll back the alphabet. Delta. Divine Nine. No, not the Divine Nine, not the sorority. Delta. Hurricane Delta. A hurricane, a tropical storm, a natural disaster. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Crazy. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you haven't. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. I'm Aaron Duncan here. This is the Dunk On Demand show. You know what I'm saying? Live stream every Wednesday. This episode is brought to you by Essential Water. Stay thirsty, my friends, but not too thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Stay hydrated. Yeah, this break is brought to you by Essential Water, reminding you to drink your water and mind your business. Drink your water and mind your business. Andy Clark checking in from there said, it went more west, so we, New Orleans, are better. We're playing in New Orleans now. Okay. All right, cool. Last I read that they were talking about moving, so at least they had a contingency plan. I guess they so prepared for this type of stuff to happen down in that area that they go ahead and put these plans in place just in case. But I appreciate the clarification and the update. She said it was the practice squad QB for the Chiefs that got COVID, Jordan Tamu. Is that the one from, I think he went to Ole Miss or something like that. But moving on. So announced today, and this really hit home for me as a Panthers fan, is the Washington football team. I got to catch myself every time. You know what I'm saying? I can't say the Washington racial slurs anymore because they changed their team name. Shout out to my boy Jeremy Davis, what they call them, the Washington racial slurs. They decided to bench Dwayne Haskins. Their was he picked in the first round? I don't know. Their starting quarterback who was drafted in 2019, a highly touted quarterback. Highly touted quarterback out of Ohio State. Dwayne Haskins. Now, a lot of people took some issue with this, man, because they're like, listen, the football team, the fighting football teams, y'all are trash. Y'all don't have weapons. Y'all don't have many receivers. You don't have many offensive lines. What did you expect from a rookie quarterback to do? You can't send this man into war with a BB gun. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying he's perfect or he's blameless, but at the same time, you're setting this man up for failure, dog. And we all know what happens when you have these coaching changes. Stuff just falls by the wayside. It happened to Josh Allen. He's in Miami, never to be heard from again. I mean, Tampa Bay, probably never to be heard from again. We'll see if Tom Brady mentors him and he ends up turning into some good quarterback down the line. But Josh Allen, drafted by the Cardinals. New coach comes in. Kyler Murray is drafted, wins Rookie of the Year. Josh Allen, shipped up. Not Josh Allen. Golly, why do I keep calling him Josh Allen? What is his name? Josh Rosen. Not Allen. Josh Allen is balling. Josh Rosen, shipped up out of there. Never to be heard from again. In the deep dark depths of Tampa Bay. Now he's sitting in the stands with the practice squad. Dwayne Haskins. Same story. Is he going to be shipped off somewhere? Where can he go? There's a lot of old quarterbacks in the league that are looking for their predecessors. Drew Brees is probably on the way out. I don't think anybody's really... I think people wouldn't be mind taking a chance on Dwayne Haskins over Jameis Winston. Unless Jameis Winston just magically turns things around. You know what I'm saying? Ben Roethlisberger, he's on the way out. Could he mentor somebody to replace him? You know what I'm saying? Where else? Phillip Rivers? He's pretty old. Yeah, I know they got Jacoby Brissett, but at the same time, Dwayne Haskins, they're almost like the same player in my opinion. They remind me, their skill sets kind of and size kind of reminds me of each other. I mean, yeah, they both black, but at the same time, like Jacoby Brissett, Dwayne Haskins, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. The potential at least. So, is Dwayne Haskins going to get dealt somewhere? Is he going to just fall by the wayside, never to be heard from again? Like Josh Rosen? What's going to happen to him? Like, he really, in my opinion, he didn't have the fair shake. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get a fair shake. And Ron Rivera, I don't know where they're getting off benching him so early. You know, Ron Rivera has experience with young quarterbacks. Y'all remember his first head coaching job was with the Carolina Panthers. They drafted Cam Newton. Cam Newton exploded on the scene. Cam Newton didn't struggle like Dwayne Haskins. Cam Newton had a Hall of Fame receiver. He didn't have a lot of weapons, but a Hall of Fame receiver. He was a lot more talented than Dwayne Haskins. So are we giving Ron Rivera this leeway to make these calls because he has that experience? Because if that's the case, let's not forget that Ron Rivera was almost fired in his third season. Like, I was off the Ron Rivera. I didn't like Ron Rivera. I love Ron Rivera now, but I didn't like him. I thought he should have been fired after the third year. I thought he should have been out of there. So let's not act like Cam Newton wasn't carrying that franchise despite not having any help and any quality coaching and made Ron Rivera into what he is today. Yeah, Ron Rivera is a good leader. But he showed that when Sean McDermott went to the Bills and left the Panthers, that the defense started to falter. Ever since Sean McDermott got that job with the Bills, the Panthers fell off. So let's not act like Ron Rivera is just some wizard of managing young quarterbacks and developing this and that, whatever. He's a good guy. I love Ron Rivera to death. I was pissed off he got fired. But at the same time, I can't front on him like that. I just think Dwayne Haskins didn't get a fair shake, period. Yeah, Abdul confirmed that he was a first rounder. Yep, Dwayne Haskins was a first rounder. Andy Clark says still no fans in the stadium. We're still dealing with COVID here. And them people are pissed off about it. I'm in some Facebook groups about the NFC South, and them Saints fans are mad about not being able to go to that game. She said, I'd rather have hurricane season than tornado season. Agreed. And earthquakes and all that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather deal with that than the cold and snow too. Trill One says Matt Ryan has 1 foot out the door. Also true. I I think a lot of Falcons fans are mad that they didn't go after Cam Newton because Cam is from Atlanta and he's balling now. Imagine Cam Newton in Atlanta. Wild. That's all I gotta say. Wild. Wow. But moving on to the next thing, let's talk about Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien. Let me take a little sip. Drink water, mind your business. All 2020. Shout out to Essentia. I'm still looking for a beverage, a sponsor. He said, "Please, baby Jesus, make us beat the Falcons." Yes, sir. But before they cancel this season, because I know they're gonna cancel it, let's beat the Falcons. Let's beat the Saints. Please, that's all I want, and I'll be good. You can cancel football after that if we beat both of them. I just want to beat them too. B. Davis said, I thought it was going to happen, but I'm glad Cam didn't go to ATL. You got that right, because it's easy now because Cam is in the AFC, he plays for the Patriots, to kind of watch the Patriots and root for him, root for them to hope he does well. But, like, when he goes to the rival team in the division, you cannot root for him. So it makes it complicated, man. It makes it complicated. You know what I'm saying? Definitely makes it complicated. But Bill O'Brien. So apparently news that came out today that he lost the locker room after getting into it with J.J. Watt in an argument a couple weeks ago after the Steelers game. J.J. Watt basically called into question his ability to coach. I'm not calling into question his ability to coach. I don't think Bill O'Brien is a bad coach. I just don't think so. I mean, he had success with New England. I know all these New England coaches struggle, but I still think he's not a bad coach. He is a terrible general manager. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You do not trade a generational talent like DeAndre Hopkins for anything. I don't care if they offer you the whole side of West Texas. You do not trade DeAndre Hopkins. You don't. There's just some people you just don't trade. And I get it. You didn't want to not be able to pay him and not get nothing for him. But DeAndre Hopkins, guys like that, you make it work. The Saints are in salary cap hell, but they still found a way to cut that check for Michael Thomas. They still found a way to cut that check for Alvin Kamara. You got to know where your bread is buttered. Deshaun Watson is a good quarterback. He's still young. He's not at that level where he can just put the team on his... Yeah, he can make plays, and we've seen him do stuff like that at Clemson. But when you're a quarterback coming into the league and still kind of finding your way, you need some help. You know what I'm saying? Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson had a running game. He had a great defense behind him. Once they felt like he improved enough to carry the team, they let go of the Legion of Boom. They paid Russell Wilson all that money and said, here go the keys to the Beamer truck. Put the team on your back and elevate. And that's what he's doing. The defense is garbage. Running game is, Receivers, they're pretty good now. With DK Metcalf, Lockett, David Moore, stuff like that. A couple household names. But Russell Wilson elevates the guys around him. Aaron Rodgers, he wanted a receiver. Receiving core, a bunch of no-names besides Devontae. And to be honest, Devontae Adams was a no-name initially. Devontae Adams is a wicked good guy, so I'm not going to say that he's just a garbage and Aaron Rodgers made him. But at the same time, nobody was fussing about Devontae Adams coming out of the draft like that. You put a good receiver with a great quarterback, and you get a dominant guy like that. You help elevate. Drew Brees. In my opinion, Michael Thomas has great hands. But at the same time, I think that the volume that Drew Brees feeds him and the accuracy that Drew Brees puts it on him in the short and intermediate game really magnifies what he is. I don't think he'll be as good with another quarterback. Not record-breaking numbers. He'll be solid, of course. He's still a good receiver. But he's not going to be like that, in my opinion. Back in the day, Marcus Colston, Lance Moore, Devery Henderson. Drew Brees was elevating these guys. These were nobodies. When Deshaun Watson is not at that level yet. I'm sorry. Brandon Cooks gets hurt. Will Fuller gets hurt. Kenny Stills get hurt. You got 3 injury-prone wide receivers. David Johnson is a good running back. We know he's been beat up the past few seasons. But at the same time, Deshaun Watson isn't quite at that upper echelon level where you could put just crap around him and he's going to turn chicken salad. He's going to make chicken salad out of chicken doo-doo. You know what I'm saying? He's not at that point where he can make chicken salad out of chicken doo-doo. He's not at that level yet. So you need that receiver. You don't trade away DeAndre Hopkins. You don't let Jadeveon Clowney go. I know people question his effort and stuff like that. You don't let Jadeveon Clowney go. You get him right. You make sure he's paid. You get him on the field. Terrible move after terrible move after terrible move after terrible move. You traded picks for Laramie Tunsil. Terrible move after terrible move after terrible move. He's a bad GM. Not a bad coach, bad GM. Their division hasn't been great over the past years or so. He's won multiple division titles with Deshaun Watson. Pretty good coach, not a good GM. Let me catch up on these comments real quick. Any chance Luke comes out of retirement? No. Not at all. I saw people talking about that on Twitter. I don't think Luke's coming out of retirement. He's not worth it. Everybody hates to hear Whitehead because he's not Luke Kuechly. The same reason people don't like Teddy Bridgewater is the same reason people don't like to hear Whitehead. The worst thing that Teddy Bridgewater ever did as a Panthers quarterback was not be Cam Newton. The worst thing to hear Whitehead's ever done as a Panther is not be Luke Kuechly. You're coming after 2 all-time great Panthers that have been around for the past 19 years. It's tough. A tough act to follow. You know what I'm saying? Nick said, I saw Cam in the airport before I went to Toronto for New Year's last year. Asked him if he was thinking about Atlanta. He laughed and said, nah, that's definitely not in my future. Listen, that's how Atlanta is, man. He's from Atlanta, but a lot of people, Atlanta is a cool place to visit, but people don't like to stay here like that. I mean, I'm a transplant myself, but a lot of people just had the baby mamas and the side pieces here. It's a good place to visit. You know what I'm saying? Good place to have a little bit of fun. But ain't nobody trying to live too close to their side piece, especially if they married or got a girlfriend. Nobody trying to be close to that. That's no. That's dangerous. You know what I'm saying? These dudes be having females all over the map. You can't be living in the same city as the side piece in Atlanta. That's why it's so hard for any Atlanta franchise to get star players. Nobody want to live here. It's a good place to vacation to play around a little bit, but nobody trying to stay here when they side piece is staying here and bumping heads. With your girl? Nah. So after that KZ hit helmet to helmet, there's definitely some animosity towards Atlanta. Yes, sir. Nick said he can believe it. B. Davis said, do I think Deshaun is better than Teddy Bridgewater? Yeah, I think so, because I like Deshaun because he can actually, like I said, he's a better playmaker than Teddy. Like I said, I don't think Deshaun is at that level where you can just put any kind of receivers around him and expect him to play good, like Russell Wilson and stuff like that. But Teddy Bridgewater, he's the guy that's steady. Everything needs to be going right around him. You need capable receivers, capable running back, quality protection, solid defensive play for things to go right with Teddy. Deshaun Watson can overcome his receivers being hurt and stuff like that. At times, we've seen him lead his team into the playoffs, stuff like that. Deshaun Watson has done stuff that Teddy Bridgewater hasn't done. I mean, there's still time for Teddy to prove that maybe this year, because 7 teams get into the playoffs. So can he lead this team to a division title? Can he lead this team to the playoffs? Can he win a game in the playoffs? Can he get a 24-point lead on the Kansas City Chiefs and blow it? We'll find that out later if we ever make it to that Chiefs game, because we play the Chiefs this year. But we'll see. Super Trebo says, I'm hoping Matt Rule turns Panthers around for the long term. I think he will, like Pete Carroll has done with Seattle. Sam Powell and Antonio of ESPN predicted Matt Rule would eventually win a Super Bowl with Panthers. I hope so, because we've been in the league, 26, 27 years? We need a Super Bowl. We've been to 2 Super Bowls and lost in heartbreak fashion. Like, people be trying to talk trash about the Panthers like we not a young team in the league and we still haven't been doing numbers. Like, the first team to win back-to-back NFC South titles, first team to win 3 in a row. It's only been 27 years we've been to 2 Super Bowls. That's more than teams like the Falcons can say. How many Super Bowls have the Saints been to? How many Super Bowls have the Bucs been to? And how long have they been in the league? Exactly. Like, the Panthers are so young, they don't even really have a throwback jersey. They really don't have throwback jerseys. The logo changed a little bit. The Panther got a little bit meaner compared to this white Panther. But like, the Panthers they're so young, they only have throwback jerseys. Still been to 2 Super Bowls. We just got to take advantage if we get to that main stage again, man. I hope we can get there. Abdul said Bill O'Brien's a Belichick wannabe. I don't know why Belichick disciples tend to imitate him. I don't know. B. Diva said no side piece, be faithful. Listen, I'm all about team faithful. You know, black men don't cheat. I don't cheat. I'm an honest guy. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I know these dudes, they're young. They're millionaires. They in shape. They're good looking dudes. You know what I'm saying? They're charismatic. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these, and some of these dudes are not all that. Some of these dudes have money. They were probably picked on and ugly in high school at some point. And now they get to reap all the benefits and the blessings they never could. They're gonna spread the royal oats. That's what these dudes do. That's why they all on child support, have so many baby mamas and babies. You know what I'm saying? It's dog eat. This NFL world. These dudes they on the road a lot, especially NBA. NBA, they on the road for half their games. 42 games, they on the road. I mean, they're going to have side pieces in different cities. Atlanta is just probably a side piece hub because it's the strip club capital. It's all kind of stuff. Everybody wants to be in Atlanta because it's on and popping, stuff like that. I get it. But it's got to be the side piece capital. You know what I'm saying? Luke is in this thing, though. Said, what up, though? Late coming in. How about Justin Herbert versus Tom Brady? Herbert played good. Herbert has been playing pretty solid. Pretty solid. I think he just needs a little bit more experience, get his pocket presence a little better, realize this ain't college, you don't have all day to throw because he holds onto the ball for a decent amount of time. Their offensive line is garbage. I'm not going to lie. But they have weapons. They have talent. The Chargers aren't lacking any talent. So this is a good situation for Herbert to succeed. I just hate what happened to Tyrod Taylor for this to come about. You know what I'm saying? Super Treybo said, you're right, unnecessary. Listen, you ain't got to call me unnecessary bluntness. This is unnecessary bluntness, but I am your boy Aaron Duncan. You can call me that. You know what I'm saying? Unnecessary bluntness. That's just a challenge. It's not as easy to say and type either. I have to think it out. I had to think out how to spell that junk every time I type it. It's a long word. So I try to tell others the same thing. The Panthers have been around barely 27 years, have been to 4 NFC title games and 2 Super Bowls. Very good for a young franchise. Exactly. We don't have throwback jerseys. The helmet has been the same. Like I said, besides that cat logo, the helmet, the logo has been, nothing has changed. We're still young. It's just, we need a Super Bowl, period. We need one. Heartbreak fashion. Sorry, sir. I had a right to claim heartbreak. Yes, this is true. This is true. Falcons know about heartbreak all too well. All too well. B. Diva said, I won't be dating no athletes, I guess. Listen, you can date an athlete if you want. Just know what type of lifestyle you're getting involved in. A lot of these women know that their husband's going to cheat and do all this and that, but they want that Chanel bag. They want that Chanel bag. They want that Louis purse. They like going to brunch every day with their homegirls. They like staying at home during the day, just shopping on Rodeo, shopping at Lenox Mall. You know what I'm saying? Going to the strip mall, traveling, being in the stands, wearing a jersey with your boyfriend's last name on it. They like that lifestyle. When you don't have to worry about nothing because money ain't no issue. Why do you think Travis Kelce and his girlfriend, they broke up for a little bit? She posted a couple thirst traps on Instagram, but they back together now. The grass ain't always greener. You can't. It's hard to go from living that lavish lifestyle and going back to being broke and regular, like us common folk. You know what I'm saying? Travis Kelce is a millionaire multiple times over. But at the same time, I don't know what happened. I don't know if he was unfaithful or what. But you could put up with a lot of stuff in that bread, right? You'd be surprised what people would do for money. You know. Lucas said Josh Kelly is a steal. He's going to take over that starting position for the Chargers. I mean, they've always used multiple running backs anyway, except for when LT was there. But I don't know. We'll see. B. Diva said the cat, you mean the bear. Exactly. I don't think that bear joke is ever going to get old. They keep using that thing. It's Robbie Anderson is funny. He's funny. I don't think that joke is ever going to go out of style. Let me get back to it. D-Cash said, Rule going to get us there one day. If we would have had a preseason, we probably wouldn't have Whitehead or Burris on the roster. I'm also mad we didn't keep Tremaine Johnson. Yeah, I don't know what happened with Tremaine Johnson. I know he came in hurt, the COVID test and stuff like that. And I know he had some injuries to Christian McCaffrey. Ended up having to make some moves with that and different injuries to linemen, so he ended up being the odd man out. I think Tremaine Johnson, he has experience playing that man coverage. You know what I'm saying? He played in Green Bay, who runs a lot of man coverage. So he has that experience. So I would have loved to see that veteran with us. I know he's old, but I don't know. Because Russel Douglas, we picked him up in free agency. He's probably our best corner right now. He's balling. He's made Dante Jackson step his game up. We got Eli Apple. He may not see the field. One, because he can't stay healthy. And two, because Dante has really stepped his game up and Russel Douglas has stepped his game up. And that's what competition does. You love to see it. You love to see it. Andy Clark said, yeah, Cam Newton, his side piece, and add a baby to it. Yeah, that's a little messy. Because they was taking Christmas. He got what, four or five kids by Kia, and he ended up having a girl on the side, but technically they were never together. So we can't really call it cheating, I guess, per se. But now they about to put him on child support. I think he only going to have to pay like $15K a month, which is generous. She is very nice. She going to go out and baby mama Hall of Fame for athletes because she's not asking for nothing. She got 5 of that man kids. 5. They had these kids back to back to back to back. Back to back to back to back to back. That man got a lot of kids. A lot. You know Cam loved the kids and he just one big kid. But he got a bunch of kids. Not all of them. She had most of them. Except one. That's kind of was the straw that broke the camel's back, I heard. But she only asked for $15,000 a month in child support. Listen. That's a blessing. It's some other dudes that's getting hit in the head. Hit in the head for child support. Moving on. Trevor Lawrence is the truth, man. And he's a tiger. Match made in heaven. Yes. But he's not going to be here. The Jets are horrible. They're probably going to have a new coach. The coach is not going to like Sam Darnold because Sam Darnold said he felt like he was seeing ghosts last year. You don't want somebody to feel like they're seeing ghosts out there because if you're seeing ghosts, are you seeing the actual real defenders that's coming to try to rip your head off? Yeah, he makes some highlight plays, but I think he's too far gone with Adam Gase. I think Adam Gase ruined him. Trade him on to Pittsburgh or to Atlanta or to Tampa or somewhere where he can be a backup, get mentor, hopefully get his mind back right and bounce back and have be able to refurbish his career. You know what I'm saying? But I wish we could get Trevor Lawrence. I wish we could get Justin Fields. I'm not exactly sold on Trey Lance, but I definitely would love Justin Fields. I wouldn't mind having him definitely if Trevor Lawrence, we missed out on him. He said, you're right. Russell is focused as AF right now. Being on a Super Bowl team, he know he got to work too hard to be able to be on a playoff team. Yeah, exactly. Russell Douglas brings that Super Bowl pedigree. He's a vet. The confidence. We never really used to play man coverage like that in the Carolina. Now we're playing a lot more man. We got that confidence going that we could play that man coverage. So I like it. David Barber said she wanted $50K a month. 50? Ooh, I was wrong. That is, I mean, $50K is still not bad. That's $10K a kid. What's that math? I mean, Cam Newton not making that much money this year. But that's $600,000 a year. I mean, that's half the bread he making this year. But he was a $20 million quarterback, $20-something million quarterback. It's not bad. It's not bad. 50 is still not bad. You know what I'm saying? Still not bad, especially when you gave birth to a basketball team like Andy Clark said. He got a basketball team. For sure. He got to start a lineup and a sixth man. Not to mention, she had a stepdaughter. She had a daughter before they got together, and he was taking care of her like his own. He just loved kids, period. You know what I'm saying? Spreading the royal oats is what they call it, I guess. B. Diva said she don't want Trevor Lawrence. Who do you want then? You don't want Trevor Lawrence. You like Teddy. I think she like Teddy still. That's probably why. She think she's satisfied with Teddy. She want to give Teddy a chance. I think a lot of people just see that. People don't hate Teddy. People just see that his ceiling is very low. Trevor Lawrence ceiling seems to be through the roof. And Justin Fields is that dual threat quarterback, which is what the NFL is turning into. So his ceiling seems a little bit higher. You know what you're going to get from Teddy, which is not a bad thing. Having a dependable guy that you know what you're going to get into, that means you know that's one box you can check off and you can figure out the game plan from there. That's not bad. But is Teddy a Super Bowl caliber quarterback? It ain't Trevor. She just don't want a Clemson quarterback. I got it. Now the truth comes out. Okay. Now it makes sense. Now the truth comes out. And I get it. Me neither. But at the same time, if Sunshine going to bring us a championship to Charlotte, I'm all for it. I don't care if you a lion, tiger, or a bear. If you're going to bring a Super Bowl championship to Carolina, I'm with it. He says contract in New England is only $550 guaranteed. Yeah, $550 guaranteed. He's probably going to hit those bonus marks for being on the roster. So he'll probably end up making like $1 million, $2 million. Something like that. And Clark said, what you think about Dak coming to the Saints? Look, I don't know what's going to happen with Dak. That situation is interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's interesting because, like, Dak is putting up stupid numbers, but their defense is trash. So what's going to happen when they pay Dak that money and they can't afford to put any more pieces on that defense? Because Leighton Vander Esch is hurt. DeMarcus Lawrence ain't being as productive. Jalen Smith seems to be a little bit off. Byron Jones is in Miami on South Beach living it up, getting that check. Ezekiel Elliott not look like the same Zeke. They putting up numbers. New coach. Come to find out, Jason Garrett wasn't really the problem. All that crying they was doing about Jason Garrett was not the problem. Jerry Jones is the problem. And I feel like I'm beating a dead horse by saying that, but we all know Jerry Jones is the problem. Like, you can change all the factors around. You can take Romo out and put in Dak. You can take Dez out and put in Amari Cooper. You can bring in Zeke. You can refurbish the defense. You can bring in Mike McCarthy instead of Jason Garrett. But as long as Jerry Jones owns that team, you're not going to prosper until they give the keys over to somebody else. It is what it is. Cowboys get what they deserve. All that trash talking they be doing, they so annoying. You know what I'm saying? D. Cash says, I like Teddy a lot. He's great at managing the game and letting our defense get rest. I just wonder how P.J. Walker would work out if he was our starter. I can see a lot of big plays with P.J. at quarterback. P.J. has only been active for one game. I don't know. Matt Rule loves his guys from Temple. I don't know how solid. We know what Will Grier is. We saw that last year. Will Grier definitely ain't it. His days are number 2. His days are number 2. You know. But P.J. Walker, I wouldn't mind seeing him get in, but we're not gonna. We didn't get a preseason, so we're not gonna see that happen. If Teddy was to go down, knock on wood, Will Grier would probably be the guy. I hate to say it, but he would probably be the guy, in my opinion. Just because I think Matt Rule has experience playing against Will Grier in the Big 12. So he's familiar with him. He's seen him play before. He faced him. He knows what he's capable of. He would feel more comfortable. I don't like Will Grier. But I just don't see P.J. Walker getting that shot. Andy Clark said, I think he'll do good under Peyton. It just depends. Are the Cowboys going to let him go? That's the question. If the Cowboys ain't going to let him go, it don't matter. They got to let him go. B. Diva said she don't like the Cowboys. You ain't the only one. I think it's either hot or cold. You either like the Cowboys or you can't stand them like everybody else in America. Make sure you guys get the video a thumbs up while you at it. You know what I'm saying? This is Dunk on the Man. We're keeping this thing rolling. Dang, y'all commenting a lot. I like this though. Y'all keeping me busy. My mouth dry. Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't subscribed. You know how to do. I do Panthers content. I do NFL content. I do these live streams. Post game on Sundays. Wednesdays I do it. And I drop film videos during the week. I drop my opinion video. I haven't really dropped an opinion video in a minute. I've been doing the film study stuff a lot. You know what I'm saying? Getting my nerd on. Trying to get my money's worth. I pay for NFL Game Pass where I get all this game film. So I'm trying to get my money's worth and drop all these film breakdowns. I think y'all like the film breakdowns a lot. So I'm gonna keep dropping them. Y'all just gotta let me know what type of players y'all want to see me do film breakdowns on, and I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a football guru, and I do this. You know what I'm saying? I played a little ball in my day, so I know a little something about the game. You know what I'm saying? And I have fun doing those videos. So y'all make sure y'all let me know what type of people y'all want me to do one on. And I'll do it. That Brian Burns video, if you haven't seen the Brian Burns video, y'all sleep. Go watch that film breakdown after we get off of this and go check that one out. That's a good one. She said, I thought I was the only one that felt that way about. You thought you was the only one that didn't like the Cowboys? Girl, you must not know anybody that's not a Cowboy fan. Because anybody that's not a Cowboy fan does not like Cowboys. Mainly because they fans. They're annoying. They're literally in every city. The Cowboys seem to be they're so popular. It's just so annoying. Their fans are in every city. If they're coming in town to play your team, you're going to see the flags, the trucks. You're going to see the gear. You're going to see the Zeke jerseys, the Dak jerseys, the Emmitt Smith jerseys, the Michael Irvin jerseys. You're going to see the cowboy hats. All that. They're going to be loud and obnoxious, and they always so deep. They deep, man. They're annoying, dog. They are annoying. D. Cash said, I hate Greer, just like Kyle Allen to me. Ugh, tough. DJ's a slow start this season, but I think he'll turn up later on. Love Robbie, though. For real. It seems like a lot of DJs, all they're doing is making DJ run slants and deep routes. Like, they're not really giving DJ that many digs and posts and get that many more screens and stuff. Like, DJ can do a lot more than they're letting him do. And I think they really haven't fully unlocked anybody except Robbie. Like, I think Curtis Samuel still hasn't really ran a deep route yet. They're trying to use him in the backfield. I get it because Christian McCaffrey is hurt. But Curtis Samuel is fast. And he's slippery with the ball in his hands. Get that man the ball. And not on a little jet sweep or nothing like that. Give that man the ball on the post route. Give him a post route. Give him a go route. Give that man a chance. Let him run by somebody. Teddy got to let that thing go, too. Because he be underthrowing dudes when he throw deep. He had that bomb to Robbie. That was good. But, like, DJ against the Chargers, he really could have went yard with a better pass. Teddy got to open that thing up, man. We got guys with some speed. Let them spin. Let them spin. David Barber said, you know why they call it America's name. He said, do the number one starting left outside linebacker, Jeremy Chin. Listen, Jeremy Chin is not just a left outside linebacker. He's so much more. Jeremy Chin is such a good player. I love me some Jeremy Chin, the Crimson Chin. Jeremy Chin can play defensive back, safety, linebacker. He may even play a little corner if we need to. Jeremy Chin is so much more than just an outside linebacker. But I will give him some love. I want to get some more tape on him. That way I can do a full scope of it. But I like Jeremy Chin for real. He said we almost got jumped by a bunch of Cowboys fans at a bar. They be deep, man. They be deep. They not by themselves. They're deep. B. Diva said, I hope we keep Robbie. I hope so, too. Robbie is balling. I'm glad we got him up out of New York so he can prosper. Because this dude, he's putting up numbers. Chin killer. David Barber said, but he's a starting left out line. I understand what position he plays. But with our defense, with the versatility we have, with Brian Burns being able to rush the quarterback and stand up, and Jeremy Chin being able to play the pass and play linebacker and float all over the place, calling him just a left outside linebacker, I feel like it's watering down his skills. He lines up so many more places on the field. I'm going to drop the film so y'all know. And yeah, Trevor agrees. He plays multiple positions, not just linebacker. Yep, I agree. Man, we cooking tonight. We cooking tonight. 15 likes. If you ain't liked the video, give it a like, please. I got one more topic I'm gonna talk about. And that is the MVP race, real quick. So Russell Wilson has been smoking out the gates. Before I get on, David Barber said I owe him a shout out. Shout out to David Barber. I think what you made the call on Jeremy Chin. I think is that the call you made. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. Like some questions coming in. Yeah, y'all drop. I'm gonna do this one last topic. Y'all drop these questions. I'm gonna answer y'all questions. In the lightning round, obviously, like I used to. I'm gonna just go by and get some quick answers, quick answers. So y'all make sure any questions y'all want talk about, drop them real quick while I'm doing this, and I'll catch up to them in a second. But MVP race. Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson came out balling. He's been putting up stupid numbers. 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns, all the above. The defense is playing like garbage, but he's still putting up numbers helping them win games. Russell Wilson has been balling. He's never got an MVP vote. We know this. People have talked about this for a while, but a lot of times, sometimes, some guys, it can hurt them starting off so hot because if you don't sustain that from the beginning all the way to the end, people kind of start picking on you. Not picking on you, but start picking you apart. So the smallest thing will make you fall back. But like Aaron Rodgers wasn't getting any early hype. But Aaron Rodgers is starting to get that hype now because Devontae Adams has been hurt. But he's been balling. Of course, they're not going to give credit to Aaron Jones like Aaron Jones deserves. But Aaron Rodgers is getting that credit. Now they're talking about, because remember the media votes on this. So the media is pushing this narrative about, it could be a co-MVP race. Russell Wilson has been balling since day one. But like I said, after you ball so long for a while, people start to pick on you. Think about it. In college, when dudes are so good from the jump street, but they stay off for years, like people start picking them apart, and picking the wrong things about them. Trevor Lawrence has been in college, seems like forever now. But last year when he played, people was picking on. People were saying that, his decision making isn't good, or he threw a lot of interceptions, this, that, or whatever. Like, dude, we know he's gonna be the first overall pick. Why are y'all trying to front on this guy? When you're good for so long, it's hard to sustain that hype. So that's why I'm worried about Russell Wilson. Can he sustain this hype long enough? He's playing great, but this dude does everything right. I mean, he's a good dude. He seems to be a good dude. Some people don't like him. They think he's phony. But, I mean, he's got amazing family. He looks Puerto Rican, Dominican, Hispanic, black, mixed. He looks 8 different ethnicities at once. He's God-fearing. He has a smoking hot wife. One of the finest women, famous women out there, Sierra. No disrespect. This dude has it all. But he has never got an MVP vote. And to be honest with this season, almost maybe being paused or almost canceled, is that in jeopardy? And now they're trying to take this away from him, talking about Aaron Rodgers is the co-MVP. It's tough. Aaron Rodgers is balling. But Russell Wilson, I wasn't even a huge Russell Wilson fan until probably about end of last year. I always thought he was overhyped. But once they took that defense away from him and that running game away from him, and the offensive line had been suspect for a while, I realized that this dude, Russell Wilson, is legit. Once he started consistently beating guys from the pocket and not just doing scramble drill and get rid of the ball, I realized this dude is really a great quarterback. One of the best quarterbacks in the league, one of the best quarterbacks ever. Russell Wilson is a problem. Will he be able to sustain this level for the whole season? Because he's playing out of his mind and they still trying to say co-MVP. Granted, Aaron Rodgers' numbers are nothing to sneeze at. But at the same time, they're still trying to give him co-MVP. It's crazy to me, man. Crazy to me. Crazy to me. Let me get on these comments. Abdul said that Chin slowly taking over the void. Luke Kuechly left. Man, I miss Luke. I do too. But I do like Chin also. Andy Clark said, do you think not having a preseason and OTs hurt the football season? Oh, yeah, for sure. Obviously, with the injuries, that goes without saying. But I think the product would probably look better. Granted, it's been exciting to me anyway just seeing this. But I think the games would be that much more exciting and the product would be a lot better if they had a preseason to get ready and to get acclimated. I think so. And it's just tough because, like I said, there's only so much you can do over a Zoom call. So not having that preseason, especially for first-year coaches, that's why it's such a miracle that Matt Rule was able to be 2-2 for the Panthers starting out without having a preseason. The first 4 games that are gone now, that's the preseason. People want to see them turn the page and keep progressing. Because we've seen progress through these first 4 games just over having experience. So we want to see more progress. It's tough for those new coaches. Because usually those new coaches get extra time in the offseason with their team. A lot of people don't know that. When new coaches get hired, they get the report to OTAs early before regular returning coaches. Just because they're new coaches, they give them time to implement their system and stuff. A lot of these new coaches didn't get that. So I think that preseason OTAs would have helped. Of course, yeah, for sure. For sure, I agree. She agreed Russell Wilson for MVP. She said she loved Russell because he's so humble. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think he's not genuine. He is a real stand-up guy. David Barr said Dallas called America's team because in the 50s they were going bankrupt, was about to go belly up, so the government bailed them out. Look it up. That's interesting. And Clark said she don't care for the whiny Aaron Rodgers. She said it's understood he plays multiple positions, but Chin is the star at OLB, and I called it when no one else did. But, I mean, we play a multiple defense. I think that's the point. Because Brian Burns, who'll switch to outside linebacker too, he'll stand up when we go a 3-man front and be outside linebacker. And Chin, he'll play safety. So it's like you can move him around. That's the point. You can change defenses without having to take guys out. Because you can put Brian Burns down, have 4 men down in the front, and then have Brian Burns playing linebacker, Shaq, and either Whitehead on the field, or you can have Chin at linebacker, or you can have Chin at DB. But if you want to go nickel, you can bring in an extra cornerback. There's a lot of different stuff you can do. He said his wife is fine. David Barber. No Sierra slander will be tolerated. I can't post your comment. No Sierra slander will be tolerated. So yeah, he's just more than that. Abdul said Wilson is the best deep thrower in the league. His accuracy downfield is ridiculous. Yeah, to me, I used to think he got lucky, but after a while, I was like, bro, if you master being lucky, you're good. Stuff happens. Russell Wilson has some kind of magic. True one said he wasn't the only one that said he would play. David Barber said defense would be way better right now with OTAs and training camp. That's why scoring is so high. Yep. So I love Russell Wilson. If he was single, I would let him take me out on a date. LOLs. Thought you weren't dating no athletes. You flipping the script now, huh? I thought you weren't dating no athletes. Okay. But yeah, guys, if you hadn't, make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up. We got a bunch of people in this thing. I like it. I love the fellowship. I love chopping it up with you guys. Make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up if you have not. You know what I'm saying? David Barber said Russell Wilson played minor league baseball in his city. Russell Wilson is very talented, very well-rounded. You know what I'm saying? Very, very, very well-rounded. But we got lots of thumbs up, lots of comments. Y'all been killing it tonight, man. This essential water got me yiked up. You know what I'm saying? It got my mouth being dry. Drink water, mind your business. All 2020. That's the motto. Drink water, mind your business. And vote. That too, I guess. That's what everybody's saying now. I ain't got no vote t-shirt, but I got this One Day shirt. Shout out to One Day. My homeboy Rob, it's his clothing line. One day, it's like the Martin show. Fine, whatever. Shout out to him for that. Shout out to everybody else on here. Shout out to Trill One, David Barber, B Diva. Y'all three been consistent all these weeks. Abdul checked in again. He been consistent too. Annie Clark came back and hollered at your boy. She a Saints fan. She came back and hollered at your boy on the live stream. I ain't seen Annie Clark since the calendar turn. I ain't seen Annie Clark on the live stream since 2019. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you coming on. John Kidd, Barrera, checking in. Appreciate you too. Who else? My boy Nick came in. D Cash came in. Who else came in? Who did I miss? Lucas slid through for a little bit. Panther Lee opponent, he checked in. Super Trebo checked in, man. A lot of people checked in and I ain't seen in a while. I like when Jay Hood checked in early on. Of course, Trill One, Panthers Beast. He's a new dude. He checked in. You know what I'm saying? I like when everybody tap in, you know what I'm saying, to the live streams. It make it fun, man. I appreciate y'all. You know, I got to sign off. I got Cottonmouth. I got to work tomorrow, too, unfortunately. I'm not an athlete. I don't make millions of dollars, so I can't. So, I'm signing off, man. I know how to do it. I'll be back. I'll probably drop another video. I may do a collab video if I can get a guy. He used to be, well, he is a subscriber, but he started a YouTube channel. He's a Falcons fan. I may try to do a live stream with him. If I do, it will probably be either tomorrow or Friday, just to preview and talk trash about the game. If not, I'll drop my own video to preview that Falcons game. So make sure you guys subscribe and make sure you guys hit the bell icon. That way you know when I get on these live streams so you on time, because I'm gonna start doing like some giveaways for the first people in the first 5 minutes or something like that. So whoever check in early, they can get up on these things. I may give y'all some credit to the NFL store or something like that. Just something y'all can do with it. But what else? Shout out to everybody that joined in. Make sure you guys hit the bell icon so you don't miss the live streams. I'm doing live stream after the game every Sunday and live streams for the NFL and stuff every Wednesday, of course. Dropping 1 to 2 videos every week. Y'all, look, it is what it is. Y'all know what time it is. Atlanta is favored. I might put some money on that thing. You know, I'm a betting man myself. Andy Clark said, give Saints gear. Listen, I ain't giving out no Saints gear. No Saints gear. If you in here, I'll give you this Panther pillow you can lay your head on, Annie. You can lay your head on this. So when we beat y'all, you can have something to cry in when we beat the Saints. You know what I'm saying, Annie? I got this especially for you. You know what I'm saying? If you win the contest. So you can cry your tears in when we beat y'all. All right? I'll send that first class. You know what I'm saying? But nah, if I do the giveaway, it'll be credit. It'll be NFL store credit. It'll be NFL store credit. It ain't gonna be nothing. It ain't gonna be nothing for no specific team. I'll let you do whatever you want to please with it. If you want to buy a cornhole table, a grill, you want to buy a baby bib, you want to buy a jersey for your dog, you can do what you want to do with the credit. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a credit. It'll be what she said. She'll take that Cam Newton jersey. Listen. That Cam Newton jersey, when I get it signed one day, it'll be worth something. But I got it framed up. These frames are dope too. I got these jersey frames now. I got another one I'm gonna hang up. I got a Stewart jersey, but I'll probably put my jersey up there. You know what I'm saying? This is my jersey. This ain't no Falcons jersey. This is my college jersey that I played in school. I'm gonna put this in one. As soon as I get my name put on the back of it, you know what I'm saying? I'll put that one up to make the scene. You know, so I'm still changing everything around. I got the new studio and stuff in this thing, so everything's still new. I got the new setup, clear video. I'm not using my phone no more. It's 2020. We doing big things, better things. We drinking water. We minding our business. You know what I'm saying? Staying out these streets, staying sucker free. It's a new year. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all signing in. My boy Nick. He done been through this thing a couple times in a row. Me and him been chopping it up on the sports betting stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to stop dropping some more sports betting videos too, giving my picks for the week. He said, love to everybody in the comments. Good show. I appreciate you, bro. What up? You know what I'm saying? But y'all know what it is. Give the video a thumbs up if you hadn't. Subscribe to the channel if you hadn't. Notifications on. You got to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm signing off. Unnecessary Blunt Sports Talk. I'll holler at you guys. It's the Dunk On Demand Show. I'm signing out. See you next time. Peace.